Okay, so Arne has been down in the garden and he's picked some of the last strawberries that we have. We're in the mountains, so of course here things grow slower and we still have strawberries now. Some of those strawberries are not the most beautiful ones, but it doesn't matter because now we're going to preserve them in a natural way and make the shrubs. So we start by cutting up the strawberries, taking away the leaf and cutting them. I cut them usually in half, chunks of strawberries. That's what you need. And this is a really great way to preserve them. And this will keep in the fridge for about 6 months. And there's no chemical preservatives, it's all natural. And then when we've cut the strawberries, we just add the sugar. There is this chemical reaction that happens when you add sugar to strawberries or any other fruit as that is. And keeping it like this for a couple of hours, say 1 or 2 hours, you're gonna get this reaction where they start to dehydrate and you start getting all that juice coming out. So basically that's the first step. Okay, so we've added the sugar to the strawberries, and to save a little bit of time, I have actually prepared this already in advance. So as you can see now, the strawberries have reacted with the sugar and they're releasing all their liquid, and this is looking really, really good. You have all this sweet strawberry flavored liquid and the slices of strawberry all together. So the next part of the process is to add the vinegar. And you need to use high quality vinegars. I've got some different ones here. I've got some apple cider vinegar, some white vinegar, but we're gonna use balsamic vinegar as this is really, really good together with strawberries. So you take a container. It's gonna be airtight after a while, but just take the container and add the strawberries in. And make sure that these are clean and sterile before you use them. It's very important. And then just add the vinegar. Pretty much everything. So this is going to take a little while. And usually I also think that you can spice it up with whatever you want. I mean, you could use anise, you can use black pepper, for example. I think black pepper is really good. Black pepper goes really well with the balsamic and the strawberries, and it also gives it a really nice sting. So here we are. It's basically full, and then just add a little bit of black pepper. And then seal the container. Seal the container. And this is the second step. Now this is gonna be kept for 2 weeks approximately until everything has reacted and aged a little bit. And actually you don't have to necessarily keep it for 2 weeks. You can keep it 3 weeks, a month. Doesn't really matter. The point is that the more that it reacts with the strawberries, the more aged and the better the flavor will be. But usually we keep them for 2 weeks. A couple of days in room temperature and then in the fridge for 10 days. And to save some time, I've already prepared one. I did that 2 weeks ago. So here it is. And now this is ready to be bottled in the bottle. The next step is to get all the juices and all the liquids out and leave the fruit behind. And the thing with this vinegar is that it is a natural preservative and it preserves the fruit as it is. So it's actually a very natural way to make things last without adding anything chemical. So I just pour the liquid like this. Make sure that everything comes along. And then the final step is to heat up the vinegar with a little bit of sugar. And the ratio that we're doing now is approximately 1 to 2. So say you've got a cup of vinegar, which is about 2.5 deciliters. Yeah, basically that's about everything I have here. Then you add half a cup or 1.5 deciliters of sugar. And you want to heat that gently without boiling it. Okay? You want to heat that gently until the sugar is dissolved in the vinegar or the shrub without it boiling. When you don't see the sugar anymore, it's done. Yep, this is ready. And I'll just put it back in the there you go. So it's actually ready now to be bottled. I have, this one is from a few weeks ago. We're not going to put it in here because this is really good now. I'm going to make a new bottle for this one here. Just pour it in. And this is now ready to be used. Now, as I said in the beginning, you can use any kind of vinegars you want. The process is always the same. Mix the fruit with sugar, put it in a container for a couple of weeks, heat it with sugar, 1 to half to 1, and then it's done. You can use any fruits you like. I've got plums here. This is a really good one. This is a celery and white wine. And here I've got a rhubarb with apple vinegar cider, which is also really, really good. And of course the strawberry and balsamic vinegar. And now you have the perfect extract to make any kind of drinks you want, virgin cocktails or with alcohol, whatever you want. Usually you need to mix it with water. I've got some bubbly water here, and now we're just waiting for the ice. Arne, would you like to bring some ice, please?
I got some ice.
Perfect.
Ice for the drinks.
Time for drinks. This is going to be good. Just put a couple of ice cubes on each. Maybe some, I've got some Mexican tarragon from the greenhouse. This tastes like licorice. It's
very good.
They're really good, yeah, you're right about that. Okay, and then let's take the old one. Make sure to shake the bottle before you use it. And just add the water. I think we can fill it up a little bit more. Whoops.
Oh, that's not a little bit.
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
Anyway, here you have a delicious drink for a nice warm day in the garden. Cheers.
Cool.
Mm.
Alltid gott.
So good.